Did you guys know that roughly 50% of men will experience some sort of hair loss before the age of 50? And now here's the dealio, man. Most of you guys, you're not really aware if you're even losing your hair. You have no idea what to do if you lose your hair. And then this whole topic just brings you a whole bunch of anxiety because you feel like it's something that you cannot control. But the truth is, man, you can control it. You can always have a thick, juicy head of hair at any point in your entire life, which I'm going to cover in this video. How to have perfect hair all throughout your life, never lose any hair, never have any issues. And if you are losing hair, I got you covered. So let's get it. So the primary factor of hair loss comes from male pattern baldness. So it's pretty much going to be genetic. Now, there is an old myth that it says it only comes from the mother's side. So like if your grandpa on your mother's side has a full head of hair, then you will as well. But it also comes from the father's side as well. But it's more dominant on the mother's side. I would say it's like 75-25 from the mother to the father. So if your grandpa on your mother's side has a good head of hair, your grandpa on your father's side, he's got a good head of hair, there's a good chance you don't even have to worry about this. You probably won't be the 50% who experiences hair loss. Now, how do you know if you're losing your hair? It's pretty simple, man. After puberty, because once puberty hits, your hairline will mature a little bit. Like for example, my temples, after I hit puberty, it went back slightly right here, but then it hasn't budged ever since. So you need to be consciously aware of where the hairline sits and if it is going back at all. And then obviously, you're just gonna be losing a lot of hair. Like if you notice tons of hair in the drain, tons of hair in your pillowcase, then you got a problem. But the average person should lose about 50 to 100 hairs per day naturally. But obviously once it starts exceeding this, you may have something to worry about. All right, so you're losing your hair. Obviously the first option for everybody is to be a shaver, man. Just go bald, just embrace it. Now I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. If you are a person of color, let's say your skin is darker, you may be African, you may be Hispanic, you may be any darker ethnicity, you can pull off the shaved look pretty effortlessly. I mean, look at The Rock, look at Brandon Carter, look at Michael Jordan, like Kobe Bryant. Some of these legends, you don't even think about the fact that they're bald. But the thing is, man, the issue comes into play when you're white. If you're white, we look like nerds when we're bald, man. Like, we do not look good bald in the slightest. So obviously, anybody of any ethnicity, if you're white, you just want to get really jacked and shave, go for it. There are still some people who can pull it off, like Jason Statham. But you just got to be aware, it will not look as good on you as it will the darker skin fellows. And you don't want to accept the hair loss. You don't want to become a shaver. You want to keep all of it. This is how. First things first is going to be minoxidil. So this is going to be pretty much a topical serum that you put on the hair. So this will pretty much give the hair all of the nutrients that it needs so that you do not lose any more hair. Now, there are pretty much no side effects. Minoxidil is going to be the healthiest option compared to the following one, which is going to be finasteride. Now, finasteride has been known to pretty much mess with your sexual hormone, meaning it will lower your sex drive above all else. So if you got a girl, if you got a wife, it might make things a little bit difficult. But maybe you're on retention, you're one of my subscribers, probably won't be a big deal at this point. So finasteride is going to be a pill that you take orally, and this will help prevent and pretty much block the DHT in the body, which DHT is pretty much one of the primary causes of hair loss. It's how your body reacts to it. So if you wanted the ultimate protocol to stop hair loss, regrow a little bit of hair, you cannot regrow all of it, just letting you know. That's why it's very important to stop the hair loss in its track. If you notice that you are losing hair, you need to take action right now. Otherwise, you will keep losing hair. Even if you get a hair transplant 5 years from now, it will not stop the hair loss. So this is literally the only thing that you can do. Out of all the research, man, this is all you can do. So take a derma roller, man. You want to roll the minoxidil on your hair on a daily basis. And then if you want to go crazy, take the finasteride on a daily basis as well. It's pretty much going to be the best hair care protocol. If you want more like in-depth crazy stuff, go to More Plates, More Dates. Obviously, he has covered this stuff intensely. Now, any hair that you did miss, as in like you lost some hair, the only thing that you can do at this point is to go to Turkey, get a little hair transplant. Literally like 3-4 grand. It's like nothing, man. So go there, transplant some hairs, and then you got to get on the protocols, get on the finasteride, get on the minoxidil so that you do not lose any more hair. You do not lose this new hair that you have. So that will be the best option. It's super simple, man. They just take hair from the back of your head and they put it like on your hairline. It looks perfectly fine. Lots of people are doing it these days. I mean, women are out here with fake asses, fake tits, so if you want a fake hairline, go for it. Now, we have to think about something very essential, and that's more men now are losing their hair than ever throughout history. And there's a couple reasons for it. I think most men are more unhealthy than ever before. Their hormones are so fucked up than ever before. I really don't think it's natural to just go bald. Like, I feel like naturally, like men, like this isn't just something we do. I feel like it's more of a modern issue with the modern diets, the modern lifestyle. So I will discuss some lifestyle choices that you can do today to prevent hair loss. Because I did notice, man, years and years ago, whenever I had bad lifestyle choices, I would notice a lot more hairs that I was losing. But then nowadays, I'm very, very healthy. I'm on my stuff. Never anything, man. Not even a drop of hair on my pillowcase. So let's get it. First things first, do not wash your hair daily, because whenever you wash it daily, you're washing all the natural oils from the hair, and the natural oils help prevent hair loss. So that's step one. Now, whenever you do wash your hair, you must use a sulfate-free organic shampoo. This is why. Most shampoos, like let's say the cheap stuff that you use this cheap stuff, it literally has sulfates which are used to clean a car engine. If you're using fucking engine cleanser on your head, you're probably gonna lose your hair, man. Like, it is pure chemicals. Like, you wanna avoid any chemicals touching the head, even hair pomades. This is why I recommend Hans de Foucault, because Hans de Foucault is not full of chemicals. Like, you only want natural stuff touching the hair, no chemicals. This one mostly depends on the country that you live in and the quality of your water. But most people need a shower head filter, especially if you're in America, because the water in America is fucked. I mean, if you have cancer in America, they literally force you to put a shower head filter on so that you do not get more cancer, because that's how bad the water is. Like, it's full of all these toxic chemicals. You take a hot shower, this is going straight into your hair, once again with the chemicals. You will lose your hair, man. So if you're in America, if you're in a country like this, you need a filter. But if you're somewhere like the UK, if you're somewhere like Scotland, where the water literally comes from the mountains, like, you're probably good. You don't need a filter. What happens to a plant when it's indoors with no sunshine? Typically, this plant will die. Well, I have a philosophy that is the same with your head and the sun. If the head never touches the sun, you never get any sunlight, if you never get any vitamin D, I have a philosophy that you will lose your hair. Naturally, we need sunlight on that scalp. So this is more of a theory, a conspiracy. So take this one with a grain of salt. Maybe there is some scientific research. If there is, I'll attach it here. If nothing is attached, I cannot find any. But this is something I swear by, man. You need to be hitting your macros, specifically enough proteins and enough fats. Good fats though, not the bullcrap fats, like no trans. Best fats is gonna be saturated, and so it's gonna be like grass-fed butter. It's gonna come from organic grass-fed meat, like the best stuff. So this and then protein, man. This is why a lot of vegans, you'll notice, their hair looks like crap. It looks like straw. They're losing their hair. It's not a good look. And the reason for this is because they don't have enough proteins to synthesize hair, because hair is predominantly made up of proteins. So you need enough protein specifically to grow the hair, and then enough fats for that shine, everything, man. So make sure that you're eating a healthy diet. Obviously, a lot of hair growth is going to come from blood flow. So a lot of you guys are sedentary. You sit all day. You never go outside. You never get any exercise. You never lift weights. And so what's going to happen? There's no blood flow to make sure that the hair is going. So it's going to stop, man. So you need to work out consistently. You need to hit some sprints. You need to start taking boxing classes. You need to get very strong on the compound lifts in the gym multiple times per week. It's all simple stuff, man. In addition to this, if you get a weekly massage, this will also help with the blood flow. Whenever you get a massage as well, typically they'll massage the scalp, which will be even better. Now, another thing that you need to make sure you're doing is getting enough sleep. This is whenever the hair is going to be growing the most. And one thing that you can do to prevent hair fall while you sleep is to get a pillowcase made out of silk. This will make sure that there's no friction whenever you're sleeping. Now, the last tip, best one for you guys, I swear by it, it's going to be castor oil, man. So you can do Jamaican black castor oil, or you can just do regular castor oil, organic. And what you do is you just put it, especially on that hairline, man. You put it on the hairline, let it sit for like 30 minutes, an hour, and then you take a shower and you wash it out. I have a philosophy that it really helps with hair growth, and it's going to make sure that you do not lose your hair. If anybody watching this needs help with their fitness goals, link in the description box for your free one-on-one consultation with me, Austin. I've transformed thousands of my personal one-on-one clients into Greek god male model shape. So if you want to be next, man, hit that link in the description box. Also, if you want some of the best supplements in the fitness industry, kalosique.com. We got high growth supplements, protein, creatine, everything, man. kalosique.com. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and like this video to push it out into the YouTube algorithm. That's it. I'm gone.